Good afternoon to everyone listening. Welcome to another episode of the Affinity Podcast. Today on the hot seat, we have David with us. David's been on a journey for around 8 to 9 months, if I'm not wrong, or around that time, and has done an incredible job of losing around 30 kgs. Just keep smashing it, father as well. So, David, if you can introduce yourself and tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. Hi guys, I'm David. I'm Indian Gujarati. I'm 42. Um, I'm married, two kids, and I work as an operation manager in an FX company. And that's it. Not much.
It's good. But you're, I think, father of two recently, right?
Yes, my daughter is coming to 5 years, and my son is just 7 months.
How's it been
So
with
it
the
is
two kids?
well, is nice, but it's hard. It's just like to find time to like all the time that before the second came in, all the time I could give for myself and all that. Now is more like we kind of have to divide ourselves to I look after my daughter and she look after the baby. It's kind of like um sometimes it's stressful, but we find a ways to do it. And if he's not, then I have to put them to sleep and then do my work, do my steps and everything. But is part of the game, I guess.
That's it. It's a learning curve, right? It's not something you plan for. You don't know what's going to happen, but you take it one step at a time and give your best, right? Um, Bear that in mind, right? You joined Affinity to do a sudden change, right? If you can just give me your reasoning, you're struggling. Why did you want to change? Why did you want to reach out? Why did you want to take this step in life to say, you know what, enough is enough. I need to do something going forward now.
Well, to be honest, I think it's many people around out there who's basically done the same thing. I done kind of everything. So my background when I was in France, like I'm French, born in Paris. So when I was growing up, I done all kind of sports that um, was in when I was in school and everything. I done boxing as well, and I mean, for me, training was kind of like a normal thing. Weights and everything was a normal thing. So it's not like I was new into it. But I tried everything. I tried fasting. I tried um, cutting down things and everything. But after a while, it's not. You can't keep going the same way. Like people say, okay, don't eat anything after 7 o'clock. Yes, for the beginning is fine. It's like a honeymoon period. You start for a bit, and then when something happens, you just give up, and then you back to the same weight, or you even put more weight. Um, so basically, I tried everything, all the intermittent fasting, not eating after 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock in the morning, like until 12 o'clock. Yes, you lost weight, but that's just like water in your body. And
Yeah.
then after that is just basically you slow down and then you basically give up because you can't see any progression. Um, and I had one of my friend who tried something similar and he lost so much weight. And I said, okay, I come to my time that I'm 40 now. I was 40 when I joined you guys. And I said, okay, I have two kids. So I need to basically, if it's not now, it will never happen. So I just step in, and to be honest, it's been what 8 9 months,
Yeah.
30 kilos. I don't think so. It will happen that easily and with effortless basically because it was a process. You need to understand the process. It's not like it's not a magic potion like you just come in and you will lose your weight. You have to give up things. You have to basically learn the food. You have to learn the food and basically what you eat daily, and that's the most important. And that's what you guys are coming into is you're not teaching anyone, like you're not teaching me how to eat or what to eat. You're basically teaching me how to control myself and how to basically understand the food that you're eating. And that's basically the biggest help because 90% of the weight loss is basically what you eat. Gym is just 10% and sleeping is another
Yeah.
5% or something like that. So the 90% that you basically like what I'm investing on you guys is basically to make me understand the 90%, not the 10% or the 5%, because that's naturally be done.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why and to be honest, I didn't, I don't regret that. Every single month that I've been with you guys, I don't regret one bit. Uh, I can see people coming to me and saying to me like, "Oh yeah, you look good. You lost so much weight and you completely changed and everything." And I can see on my clothes as well. I changed, I'm shrinking.
Yeah.
So and I have more energy. I can run around with my daughter. Before I was like, a bit later, a bit later. But now I'm kind of physically going with her and I'm trying to do things. So is what I wanted.
And it's good, right? When you touched on it a little bit with the daughter as well. I remember when we went for affinity walks and stuff, and you telling me as well that, oh yeah, you know what, my daughter's like coming up to me and saying things like that must feel good, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially like when it comes to your wife or your kids are coming to you, the person who see you daily coming to you and they say, yeah, you look good. Obviously, that's a boost.
Yeah.
The second boost is when your work colleagues, because you spend most of the time at work than at home, and when those people are actually kind of like commenting on your physique is that's another boost. So yeah, keep me going all the time. Like when I go to the gym, I have like colleagues who's pushing me, or when I go even at the gym, I'm randomly talking. Yeah, it's a game that when you go to a gym, you shouldn't be shy. People are there for the same reason. So, you need to kind of like help each other, understand each other, make friends at the gym that will push you harder than what you're doing your exercise alone. Or yeah.
It's good, right? If you were to briefly, right, moving on to the next question, if you were to briefly describe what a day looked like in the life of David before Affinity, like what was life like before that? Food, training wise, which is where were you basically?
So I was as as you know, I was like 136 kilos. So it's not is that was my highest weight that I've been so far in my life.
Yeah.
So coming to that is you can understand that yeah, I was basically lacking of energy, lacking of um, pushing myself or even any motivation. I accept what I was, I guess, and until I realized that yes, I need to push myself and I can't be like that, and that's what I choose you guys to help me out. And as I say, I don't regret that. But before that, food wise, I was basically, when I come up again to say that to understand the food is, and I'm talking about my own experience. I used to eat a whole curry with two naans.
Yeah.
2 days date, if I'm thinking to do that, that's basically my whole day meal, kind of.
In one
Because
meal.
300, about 250 to 300 is one naan. The whole curry is about 800 if you put butter and cream in it,
Yeah.
like a Punjabi curry. That's 800 plus 300. If I do another naan, that's about 15 to 16,000. 1600
Done.
1600, yeah. That's one go in one sitting.
Mm.
That's where I went wrong. I used to eat pizza. Like Pizza Hut, I used to have a whole medium pizza for myself.
Mm.
Three slices of pizza is 500 calories.
It's crazy, isn't it?
So you see, is that's the beauty. And you know what? You're not bringing a new thing in the market. People is written on the back of every box, how
Yeah.
much calories is it? It's just us who we start to ignore it, and by ignoring it, we just basically. comfortable, and we just give excuse of eating into our habits,
Yeah.
and that's why we become big. But like, it's not the rocket science thing. Is
It's not right.
we
People come to us and it's like, okay, cool. I say it, Nick says it. Everyone knows what they want to do.
Yeah.
As a human being, you know scientifically what you need to do to lose weight. Eat less,
Hmm.
move more, exercise a bit. It's a whole different story you doing that and understanding it and starting off. And that's why I feel like, I feel like you knew, you're a foodie, you know what you had to do. You've done, like, you said it before in France and stuff, you used to be much more healthier. You've done the boxing thing. You've done things before, right? And like, so you know you've
Mm.
done it, but life's caught up with you and things haven't gone that well. But you took the chance to say, you know what, actually, this is it now. I have to do something. And you joined us, right? But caution on that, right? You joined Affinity. Before joining Affinity, I'm sure you must have researched, you must have looked into other people. What made you come to Affinity? What was the drawing factor? I don't know, did you find us on Instagram? Were you recommended to a friend? What was it like? You know what? There's other programs, there's other things, there's face-to-face PT. You know what? That people do that. Online's a whole new thing. Like, what made you do that?
So as I say, I had a friend who done something similar, and actually he came back to us like Bhavin. He came back with us. So he was he was he I mean he was not as heavy as me, but he was heavy. And I think it was during lockdown or before lockdown, he lost completely so much weight, and we could not even recognize him. And hats off on him that he lost that much.
Yeah,
But when I see him, and then after that, I was like, okay, no, I can't. Um, he's like money wise and everything. I was like, no, I can't afford every month to do that, or I can't give it all that. So I was kind of like backing up on those things. But then I think one or two times I've seen Nick's video on my Instagram
yeah,
popping out, and I said, okay, let me try. One day I was just thinking of it, and then I left it. The second time I saw his video, then I put my name on the kind of like a callback or something.
yeah,
And then he called me back. We talk about it and everything. And to be honest, it was kind of like yes, because I told him what I can do and what I can't do, and he accepted. And he came back to me and he said we can do it. He was helping me on my terms. So I was like, it would be silly not to go with it,
yeah.
because the guy is kind of compromising all his ways to meet my requirement. So I was like, okay, fine. So yeah, since then, after that, you become my coach. And to
The
be
rest is
honest,
history.
huh?
The rest is history. That's it.
Yeah, the rest is history. And if anyone want to know that, they need to join us.
Um, Speaking of that, right? Motivation, all that kind of stuff, right? So we talked about how life was like before, overeating, curries, and all that kind of stuff. Talk to me about where you're at now. Talk to me about your results. How do you feel? How has it been working with me? How many kgs you're down? How do you feel in your body? How do you see, like, just energy, mood? Just what does the new David look like?
So the new David in well, I'm just going to be in short a bit, hopefully. So yes, I'm down 31 kilos. Uh, and to be honest, that's a very big achievement. Um, I I can see that all my clothes that I used to wear it, um, they're all baggy, and I'm trying to fold them on my side to just make them feel like they fit me, because I refuse to buy new ones until I get my targets. So people can see straight away that my face is strength. Everything is my body, my shoulders, everything shrink down, and I'm more like structure wise, I'm more built.
Yeah.
Um, I can see even all the muscle on my legs and everything coming back. So energy wise, I'm kind of like ready for everything now. I'm ready for action all the time. Um, and food wise, that's what is quite great as well, is I can I can basically stop myself in anything. Like if I say like, okay, we're going, like I know like you say like, okay, when you have a weekend plan, make sure you eat one plate and everything. I can be in a party now that for like now I can be in a party and actually refuse to eat anything they're serving.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can just have basically my yogurt or I can have like a salad or something like that and I'm happy with it. Because, and before it wouldn't be like that. If someone forced me, I will just say, okay, fine then. One samosa. I say one samosa. Okay, we start tomorrow.
yeah, yeah,
Now I just say no, I don't want the samosa. And I can say that. I can say to all my family, my friends, no. And that's the most important thing. And that's the most hardest thing in Asian to say no to your family, especially when someone is older than you, and then yeah, when you go to your uncles or your parents and everything, and then they no, I don't want it. I say, oh, come and eat. I made it especially for you, or something like that. And you can't say no because they're older than you. You feel like they will feel bad because they done something for you. I know. Like now, I kind of like when I'm going to my family, I actually call them to find out what they're making for me. And I say, okay, can you not make that? Can you make that? Like example, last weekend I went to my uncle, and then she said to me, "Oh, which mithai do you like?" I say, "I don't want mithai." I say, "Yeah, if you have Greek yogurt, just keep me a bowl of Greek yogurt."
yeah,
And she made Greek yogurt with some nuts and everything in it, and that's it. That was my I was happy with that because it was just Greek yogurt,
yeah.
and she kind of like she was happy because she I didn't refuse any of her food, so it was a win-win thing.
And that's what it is, right? It's understanding, having a support, educating yourself as well, which is what you've done as well. Um, and you talked about the food before, right? How much you used to eat and all that kind of stuff. If you were to describe a day in your life now, so now you know what, like you know what, David's training, David's eating the better foods. I know you bloody love your pizza, so you're making, pizzas yourself at home now and still eating the whole thing, but it's within the limits. How does the day look
Mm.
like in life now? Having 30
Well,
kg, 31 kgs down.
so now I know my basic breakfast is four eggs and two sourdough protein toast with no butter. Just all of that. The yolk is a bit runny, so it become like a fat for the bread.
Yeah.
And that's my daily breakfast without fail. And then lunchtime, I either have chicken or either have mainly it will be chicken because when I go to work, but it will be always with a side of salad or something healthy. That will give me about 40 grams of protein. Maximum that meal will be maximum 600 calories. And lately, it's been what? It's been maybe 2 months. I've been having dinner, and that's not by force, is a choice because I feel much better the next morning. Is I'm having the cafe protein with frozen fruits and maple syrup, one spoon of maple syrup, and I mix it and I just eat that. That give me 30 grams of protein, so it will keep me going for the whole night. But at the same time, is kefir, so is probiotic, so it cleans my stomach during the night. So at least I flush out well.
Yeah.
Too much information, but um, it helps. It helps, and it works so well with my body at the moment that I don't feel hungry. I don't feel anything. It's just like basically a perfect kind of plan.
And that's what's good. That's what's, that you educate yourself to know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what works for the family and you, and what
Hmm.
doesn't. And that's what it's all about. And that's how we say it's not just about losing the weight. Yes, you've lost 31 kgs, but the whole aim is we never want to see that coming back. We also want to make
Mm.
sure that the day you decide to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take parts with from you, I'm going to take part and I'm going to try to do it on my own away from having a coach. You have the skills to kind of say, I can do this. And
Yeah,
that's all about educating yourself. At the start, you're like, oh, how do I log that? How do I do this? But now, you know things, right? But
and at the same time, sorry to cut you, but at the same time, when we said okay, we have like like a meal plan. Okay, like I say, like I eat eggs in the morning and all that. And then let's say like on the weekend or something, on your days off or something like that, you need to go somewhere with your family or something like that. And th that's what you come as well to always like telling me, okay, you're going there, you need to eat one plate and everything. Skip a meal. I skip basically, I eat my breakfast because that will keep me going until 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
But then I skip my lunch and I have dinner and I put all the calories together for my dinner. But
yeah,
I don't eat like a crazy. I just eat one plate that I know that will be full, but with making sure that is all the things are in there, like enough protein for me, enough things, enough salads or something like that. And what I realized, like most of the time, if I have to eat outside, I always put my plate half with salad,
yeah,
and the rest I just put what I want. So at least I know that I had my share basically of salad and then done. But yeah, I think that works even better with me when I go out. I know that I need to skip something to make sure that if in case as well, I went to one of my friend's house and I brought my yogurt with me.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to. Like
Definitely. You know your goals
if
and you
you're
have to
not
do it.
if you're somewhere where you know that the food is not going to be suitable for you, I sometimes I take a shake with me, and yogurt with me or something like that, or don't eat it there. And then when you go out, when you go home or something on the way, just pick up something for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the beauty of being in this program is to make you understand as I said earlier, the 90% that basically work in your body is that to understand what is the right choice. And you never give me the right choice to understand. You make me understand the process, and I understand the process. That's why I can figure out, okay, I need this, because you're not the head teacher that you're going to be behind me all my life to tell me, oh, David, you can eat one spoon of that. Yeah, yeah, I can. You need to make your task was basically to make me understand the priority of what I need to do. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what is going to help me in future, even if I'm with you or without you. So that's what you guys are there for, not like other programs. Some programs they will be like, oh, I give you a meal plan. You need to eat that much gram, that much gram, that much gram. If the guy is not there anymore, you never know. His life is, you can't predict life. So if the guy say, oh, I want to stop being a personal trainer, where are you going to go?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have no plan anymore. So is good to be with this program personally is you basically not training to follow the system. You actually train the person to understand the whole process, and that's the beauty of it.
And that's what you want. That's the whole aim of Affinity was created for was that to not not knocking anyone off, not knocking other companies off, but other companies do amazing stuff, right? You can see all the stuff on your social media and stuff. Join 6 months down, you'll have a photo shoot. If that's your goal, don't get me wrong. If that's your goal, 100% go for it. But if your goal is to drop loads of body weight and live a healthy lifestyle, then you need to learn how to understand your food, what you're eating currently, and how you can make it better. Or especially like South Asians, right? We go with culture stuff. You don't want. I don't want to then tell you. Let's say if you're eating like some, in argument's sake, like if you're standard Indian typical family roti shack, right, and the kids are having it.
Mm,
And I don't want you to stop doing that because I don't want your kids to not be part of it. You can still eat all those foods and still drop weight. It's just I just said understanding how much, when, how much of it. How can you add protein to it? If you're having your roti shack, okay, it's fine, but there's not much protein in it. How can you make that meal now have more protein? Add a slight yogurt, add some tofu in there somewhere. Just how do you make it? And that's how
mm.
it's about basically, right? And which I think you've taken up really well into the program and learning everyone. Hence why we're talking today with 31 kg done, right? Which is a massive win in its own. But I want to hear it from you. What has now in the last 9 months? I know the program is not finished for you. We still got a long journey ahead and stuff. Um, so far since today starting till now, what has been your biggest learning? Like you can say, what, hands down, this has been massive for you.
I think is to be honest, as we just spoke about food, is that 90% is it was such a eye opener to me when in the beginning when what I was eating and what I could when like let's say on the first month when I was learning that okay, I can eat that much slice, I can eat that much things, I can eat that much, one bowl of this and one bowl of that. That's the biggest help that will happen in this program is to understand the quantity of the food and how much you can eat and what they can make on with you is like let's say the pizza. Think about I was eating the whole medium pizza myself, and now to kind of control myself and to have 3 meals, I can only eat 3 slices. So imagine the rest of the how many in medium is 8 slice, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
8 slice. So the extra 5 slice that I was eating just extra because I didn't care about anything. That's basically just extra calorie. And that was basically the first one meal. Even after that pizza, I used to eat maybe breakfast and dinner. So
yeah,
imagine like a baby was 3,000 of maybe 3,000 or 3,500 calories a day without thinking. So yes, hands down, if I have to think, um, is the understanding of food
yeah,
because that's the biggest help. And I will even say my 30 kilo that I went down is because of that understanding of food. Because training, yes, you do loads of weight and everything, and the program you guys give us to do is perfect because is it kind of like I was just thinking like lately I didn't had any shoulders exercise until this week, and I was thinking like yeah, but my shoulders go is going to go weak. And then today this week we had the shoulder back, and I pushed the shoulder, and I say, oh, that feels easy. So even though you don't do the shoulder, but you do other exercise, everything will work out.
yeah,
So you, is the way that people need to understand is nothing is for nothing. Everything have a reason, but you just need to understand that reason and basically trust that reason. But I would hands down say the food, the understand of the process of food, how to put it, how to make it, when to eat it, and what. You don't give us anything to when to eat it, but I think everybody need to have a bit of common sense as well at the same time to help us. Okay, what is good for you, what is bad for you, and that basically will help everything.
yeah. And obviously, like through the process, right? There's been days where motivation's been low. You're not feeling up to it. Things have not been great and stuff. What have you done then, or what do you feel has helped you when you're feeling a bit down, motivation's not there, don't want
To
to
be,
do something? What's helped you?
mm, to be honest, as you know, like not long ago, my dad was not well and everything, so I was in and out from the hospital, and then the following week it was my mom. So yes, the motivation of then to think that oh, I need to do my steps, or I need to do my training, and we do. So you sometimes you don't have anything in control. You can't control everything. But
Yeah,
what I could control then is what I was eating, and to be honest, everything that I control towards the food. And when I went back to the on the weight scale, I didn't put any weight. I didn't put anything. It was just basically standard, or even better. I didn't even put on weight, but I lost a bit as well because I was controlling what I was eating.
yeah,
And I think, yeah, when I was kind of down, you always support me in terms of yeah, if you can just control your food, but otherwise it's fine. Just focus on your family and everything. Yes, you have days like that. You have to focus on your family, but I think food again, food was always the
big
thing, and then
priority.
the steps as well, and the the steps help you as well to clear your mind. So like, I don't know if everyone is from London, but we had like 4 months from December to April. We had rain. Even on the rain at night, I was walking as well in the
Yeah,
dark. It was raining. I was walking, and to be honest, it helped me with my thought as well, like my thought process, because you working, you dealing with your kids and everything, and then it was like the only way to walk down without no one disturbing you it helps as well. So yeah, steps is always a good way to change your mood and everything. And in the beginning, because you're sitting, before I was sitting on the sofa, I didn't want it to move.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, okay, yeah, I'll do after. But the day that you say, okay, fine, instead of let's walk 5 minutes, let's walk 10 minutes. Slowly, you do that. In the beginning, you give me what, 8,000 steps,
yeah.
then you give me 10,000 steps, and now you give me 12,500 steps. So it's like it's increasing, and then you guys give challenges as well. Like you have to do that every day, and those things basically push you, and then you start to even enjoy walking. Like when
Exactly.
it's a nice weather, you constantly walking. It's good.
And that's it, right? That's what it's all about, to help improve and stuff. Um, Last question from us today, David. If you were to give three tips to someone who is starting out or someone who's feeling a bit demotivated, they don't have to come join us, they can join any other program. Someone who's been, where you were in your shoes at the start. If you were to give
Mm.
someone three tips of, you know what, it's now or never, what are your three tips for that person?
I mean, as I said earlier, it's not a magic potion. If you need to give a bit hard work to yourself to make sure that you can do that. And you're not going to be the only person in the world who's going to start something like that. Is plenty of people who's doing the same thing. So my tips will be if you can, if you can focus and understand that you need to do those and not giving excuses, then yes, something like that will help anyone, and everybody should do if they can't lose their weight by themselves. It's a very big help because it's always like a support. Sometimes you can't talk to anyone, so when you have a coach or something like that, yes, you kind of like try to message or something like that. He's not going to change your life, but he's at least he's going to push you. Okay, okay, don't do that, but do this, do that, or do this. So, it's like a small advice will take you a long way. So it's like, yeah, my tip is if you can't do it yourself, I think you need to seek help. And I did seek help. So, and today I'm 31 kilos down. So, um, is always a way and is always an option.
And yeah, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate that. Um, One last question. I know I've just literally remembered it, right? But you literally mentioned a bit on it at the start, but it's the investment factor, right? So you're someone who joined us, did 6 months, and then you renewed. What made you renew? Why did you renew?
Because I could see some changes. And I done some crazy thing. Like I done some crazy things. I done some liquid diet for nearly a month. I was on liquid diet nonstop. That was way before any of the any thought to join you guys. But I done it for the whole month. I was just like breakfast, lunch, dinner. I was drinking smoothies. Like I was blending all the fruit and vegetables, and I was drinking that. Yes, you lost weight, but then as soon as you put it,
Yeah,
as soon as you eat normal food, I put my weight back and everything. Then I done intermittent fasting. It didn't work. After 6 months, yeah, you look, oh, I lost 5 kilos, 10 kilos there, but that's it. And it was taking a long time. I done heavy weight training. Yes, you feel good, but your weight is still the same. It's like 1 kilo, 2 kilos down, and that's it. It's nothing much. And as soon as you stop that, you put either the same weight or you put more weight. So I
yeah,
just okay, um, this thing is working. I can see is working, and I think when rejoined you, that was December.
yeah,
I was already 25 or something kilo down.
yeah,
So I could see some result. I could see everything that yes, I can do that. So and I could see even the finishing line to say that okay, now I can even pre-plan what I can do. So yes, um, I can rejoin them. And when you come up with when you call me to extend the thing, I'll just say yeah, why not? Why not?
yeah. It's just a lot of people struggle with that. We just always say like, you know what, it's not, it's a journey you put on the weight over many years. Like not just you, anyone, right? Even I remember when I did it myself, I was 100 kgs and stuff, right? People, you put it, it's taking your time to put that on. It will take you time to come back down, and it's all about trusting the process. And I always tell everyone, you're not here to run a 100-meter race. You're here to run a marathon. You just gotta take it slow and steady at your own pace. Everyone's pace is different. You
Mm,
do that and you'll be fine. But yes, David, thank you so much for joining us
no
on the
worries.
podcast today. And everyone listening, thank you. And if you want to listen to more, you can check us out on YouTube and on Spotify. And we'll speak to you soon and speak soon. Thanks. Bye.
See you.